Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shards. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $5 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we started the game, which consisted of coming to this academy of magic and fighting, what are they called? Nightfallen, I think? Basically lusty monsters or something like that. But yeah, we kind of got lost and late, and went into this mysterious room that had a jewel, which turned out to have a demon inside it. And the demon said, hey, I'll let you out if you let me possess you, and you can let me use some of your powers, because I guess it kind of trapped us in there or something like that. It tried to mind control us too, but for some reason that didn't work, at which point we're like, yeah, okay, you can possess us. And yeah, so we get some powers because we're still too weak to use all of it. And yeah, we're continuing on our way, being possessed by a demon. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, it didn't seem horribly horrible, but, always be wary when making deals with demons, because it do be like that, sometimes. Let's just set my face, and get to orientation, I guess. I walk out of the door. Nothing seems to have changed. I take out my phone to check the time, and to my surprise, the time is the same. I mean, I'm still late, but at least I'm not completely missing the gathering. Your body is filthy. What? Your fur is sticky, and your clothes have dust on them. That's because of the hole. That won't do. May I clean you up before anybody sees us? With a spell? No, with my tongue. Of course a spell. I need your permission to cast it. Then don't let me stop you. Lick me up. The next second, a gust of wind goes through my clothes and fur, and suddenly, no more sticky feelings. Ooh. Actually, I think I'm cleaner than I was before falling in the hole. Thanks, mister. Oh, right. We don't know each other's names yet. I'm Cody. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Nice to formally meet you. And you are? Now, would this give us control over the demon or something? Do you really think a demon will just reveal their name to you? It was worth a try. But what should I call you? Just demon is fine. I take pride in what I am. No, that's boring. Are you calling my species boring? What about scribbles? Because of your face. Get it? That is humiliating. It sounds like a pet's name. Well, if you're not telling me your name, then I can't change it. Scribbles it is then. A yellow line appears by the wall. Is that for me? Yes, just follow the line and you'll find the room. My god, he's some kind of GPS. What is that kind of VI system? Oh. Not virtual intelligence, you know that thing where it's like augmented reality. That's it. The yellow line was not the only thing that appeared out of thin air. I look surprised at the small cloud of scribbles near me. It's weirdly cute, the way it floats there with only eyes to show its emotions. Maybe not a pet, but familiar for sure. A great start to my fantasy life. Now all I need is a orgy to have it complete. I am already missing the eternal suffocation. I wonder if breathing is worth this torture and humiliation. You'll be fine. Weird, your voice changed dramatically. What do you mean? I still have my sexy voice, don't I? Please tell me that's the case. It's more like a squirrel that smoked too many cigarettes. How would you think of Alvin and the Chipmunks with cigarettes? Why would you imagine me like that? Eh? My voice depends on your imagination. I don't have an actual voice, so yes, you. I don't know. It's just harder for me to imagine your sexy voice like with that mascot body. No hard feelings. Fucking hell. I suppose tease my new friend is not the nicest thing I can do, so I stop. For now. I do as I'm told and follow the line. Soon enough, I start hearing distant voices again. I don't know why recently, but like, it feels like my jaw is tired and stuff like that, like I've been chewing too much or talking too much, but mostly chewing. But I don't really seem to have doing that too much. Arrive at the source of the sound. A grand door, big enough to fit 8 people and a half. To fit 8.5 of me. Okay. I think. Now, let me just sneak in real quick. I open the door very, very slowly. It do be like that sometimes. And hey, I noticed that cat. The door creaks, loud enough for a particular character from the back of the room to hear. Someone I recognize. I really hope he stayed quiet about our incident. I don't need the whole academy to know I fell down a hole. I came by at the right time. The headmaster was just about to start the gathering with the important announcements. Even if I wasn't too noisy, a single presence coming in late still attracted some attention at least. A wolf and a tiger, particularly, are the ones that I'm most worried about. Those intense glares. Also, characters that I guess we're going to interact with. They look like they want to make me dinner. I mean, ooh, you're going to make me dinner first? Their dinner. Okay. Oh, it depends. It's fine. I see a familiar black and white cat in the crowd, waving at me with both hands frantically. I love doing that. I mean, being goofy can just be so entertaining. I'm glad there's someone I somewhat know, even if he's probably the weird guy of the academy. Although, looking around, most of the people have quite eccentric clothing as well. Some very revealing ooh, some just straight up bad, like call the fashion police kinda bad. And some of them are just wearing lingerie. Summer just ended, so it's still pretty hot outside, but that's just too distracting. Perverts like me have to suffer because of their fashion choices. I would love to suffer because of their fashion choices. Hey there, hole guy. Lucky you. They delayed the gathering for some reason. I'm the hole guy. Hey, crop top. Your trap did leave me a little ruggedy. You look fine to me. Good thing you brought spares. Yeah, I sure did. That's what happened. I just changed. I already forgot that I cleaned up. Idiot. It's not every day a demon puts a spell on me, okay? Oh, we can talk more about clothes. Sorry, hold on a sec. About clothes cleaning later. The headmaster is going to announce the test. Among other things, but I only care about the test. So, the test is real? Should I be worried? I'm cut short by the loud music and the grand figure of a lion. He's huge, and I'm not just meaning his bulgy-wolgy. Everyone got quiet all of a sudden. Deathly silence enveloped the room. Wasn't the headmaster supposed to be a rabbit? He has been the headmaster for over a decade, as far as I can remember. What was his name? Mr. Sadil? Mr. Sable, Mandrate. Mandrate? He was supposed to be, but they thought a lion was a better representation of power. A symbol, if you may. So they made this guy headmaster instead. Kind of racist if you ask me, but you creatures are simply like that, simple like that. How do you know all that? When you're stuck in a crystal for so long, you're bound to find information one way or another. There might be more reasons for the decision. But mortal politics never interested me. No more questions. That can't be the only reason. The headmaster starts speaking. Good morning, distinguished guests, dear teachers, and beloved students. My name is Argus Kiraman, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the new year at our prestigious academy. This would be my first year as headmaster. Taking this common trait into consideration, I do hope me and all the fresh talent presented here today will get along nicely. I would like to thank the Student Council and Shard leaders for their hard work. For dealing with everyday problems and mentioning the new arrivals, as well as the Teachers' Council and other staff members for their loyalty. I hope we can all get along for as long as I'm in this position. With all that being said, it's time for the general rules and history of Laconia. Some groans and grunts can be heard after he says that. I suppose it is the same speech every year. Most first years don't seem too bothered. The headmaster pulls out a huge book, ornamented with gold or some other yellow material, looking very expensive, but also very old. Well, this is going to take a while. He talked about different rules, how to behave, punishments for breaking said rules, and more, for about 20 minutes. Detention was a popular punishment choice. Another one was chores around the city, so community service. Sounds unique and quite interesting. Everything else was basic. The usual don't bully others, don't break anything, etc. Maybe I should have been a bit more late. I mean, what kind of bullying? Is it like bullying or is it like bullying? Ooh. Despite everyone's boredom, the Tartarus was beaming with excitement. Oh right, our friend. We look the same age. I think this might be his first year here too. Finally, the headmaster got to something I'm actually interested in. The first principle of sorting. As most of you know, the Laconia Academy doesn't use the standard class. I'm just looking at the thing because it sounded a bit loud to me. Classification. We're all so used to. Classification? Okay. So instead, we have the so-called shards. There are 4 different shards available to choose from. The Slayer Shard. Their job is dealing with small numbers of Nightfallen stealthily and quickly, as well as making sure the protection barriers remain untouched. So I guess it's killing them. Sorcery Shard. Usually paired with a defender or slayers in missions. The magic is versatile and useful for many situations, but a few possess powerful magic abilities to become a sorcerer. But isn't this supposed to be like magic school? Maybe it's like sorcery upon sorcery. Like the first one's like strengthening and stealth magic. Defender Shard. Usually deployed in small areas where barriers were not yet implemented. They play a role of bodyguards for any long-distance journey from barrier to barrier. And the Horny Shard. And last but not least, the Summoner Shard. They use the power of defeated foes to make them fight for them using the gemstone they drop. The summons are used for missions, hard or dangerous manual labor, and, most importantly, the Summoner Shard can learn to use gems' energy to power modern machinery, including barriers. I'm guessing that's what we're going to be. First years will have to make their choice between one of these shards, depending on their capabilities. Choose carefully, as this will dictate the rest of your life at Laconia. Switching shards is not unheard of, but as far as I know, it is looked down upon by the students here. Okay, don't do that. You need to go with what you're adept with, not what people, your initial choices. Details about your selected shard's activity will be on the brochures you'll get at the end of the gathering. Although, I believe that if you got so far, you must already have set your mind on a shard. That if you got so far. Yeah. Duh, obviously. I've chosen one ever since I got my powers. I'm not going to make this decision on the spot, based on the vague emotions or anything. Graduating is a tough job at Laconia, but we have to filter the weak from the strong, so the strong can protect the weak. The lights get dimmed. The projector screen comes down on stage. A video plays. The headmaster keeps talking over the images flashing on screen. Is this the demon Howoed? Allow me to paint you the main picture. Long, long ago, our world, being rich with magic, had found itself in a conundrum. Demons started to spawn all around, in each country, on water and on land, although weak in magic, bigger in number, and physically superior. With the sole scope of stealing mankind's power source, war enveloped every continent. So wait. There is war between these things and people, so these things can't... I guess there are demons and stuff. And to satisfy their desire for lust, ooh. Their leader, the All-Might Dragon, Xerxes, was by far the biggest threat of them all. Is this the guy that we were possessed by? Luckily, mankind used its superior wits to defeat the dragon, thus weakening all demons, and victory was finally achieved. Am I gonna have to censor this? Maybe. Some demons remain in our world to this day, known as Nightfallen. Most of them are near harmless, or better said, not a danger to your life. Yeah, I feel like it probably should. Just don't turn your backs towards them. You could if you want, ooh. Others fall under the government's protection. These ones are capable of speech and complex thoughts that are also not in imminent danger. This type is not to be messed with. They are not known for being violent towards strangers, unless threatened. I'd like to find him in the middle of the woods, ooh. Some are nothing more than vicious monsters, ready to use your body and devour your flesh at the first opportunity given. Ooh? Now, define use your body. Must be exterminated on sight. While others, let's just say, they are better left only for the most experienced hunters. Or else. First year students seemed to shudder, while others were laughing among themselves. They must know something we don't. Or maybe they thought of a sexy, horny monster is ambushing them. Let me read that again. Or maybe the thought of a sexy, horny monster is amusing them. To them. Also, are there 2 moons up there? I must admit that a chuckle escaped my lips as well. One more thing to keep in mind when fighting Nightfallen. The main aspect that distinguishes them from us is a significantly increased libido levels they possess. That's when the people giggling almost burst out laughing. It is common knowledge, but some people can be quite immature. It do be like that, sometimes. No need to fret, we are all adults here. Just don't let them put their hands on you. Oh, or tentacles. Or slimy bodies. Anyway, let's continue. Although far less dangerous than their ancestors, nobody knows what their birth source really is. However, the Nightfallen brought with them an unintentional gift. When defeated, it is in their stead remains only ash and a gem. A gem infused with energy, varying in size and potency depending on the Nightfallen strength. We use that energy to power our technology, magic, and most importantly, the very thing that protects us from Nightfallen, the barriers that surround every city around the world. In order to maintain our energy, we need hunters. Brave hunters to collect gems and protect the people in need. I wonder if there's going to be a thing where it's like, okay, there's going to be a lack of Nightfallen or a lack of gems or something like that. You know, a power energy crisis. Hunters, like you. He points to us. The ones that will make our world prosper. So, that's so extra. I love it. The room gets filled with a noise of excitement. That is why, as your new headmaster, I can not allow you to dirty your schools. I cannot allow you to dirty our schools. No. Our world's reputation by allowing all of you to become hunters. Our world's reputation. Say, what now? Guests appear all around the room, together with panic whispers. It looks like the first years are the most agitated, but I see a lot of worried looks all around. Tartarus doesn't look concerned, so I keep my calm too. As the new headmaster of the academy, I decided to implement a new rule. Uh-oh. You've all probably heard rumors about this. A little test to prove you are worthy. Allow me to explain. This academy runs on talent and hard work. If you are present here today, it means you possess one or the other. But in what quantity? And do you keep working as hard to achieve your goal every year? Or do you lay back and relax after being accepted? Keeping your nose up and thinking you're better than others. Those are the questions we'll have to answer in what I call the progression test. It is a multitude of tasks that each student has to complete at the start of the year to prove that they have what it takes to go further. The test will begin on Friday at 9 a.m. sharp, and it will last roughly 3 days. In the meantime, all first year students will spend the rest of the week getting familiar with the school grounds, lessons, shards, and training for the incoming test, with the help of your seniors. I also advise you to start training. The rules of the test and the tasks will be announced on Friday as well. Alright. I've been getting ready for this my entire life. And by that, I mean I didn't. I had no idea there was going to be a 3-day-long test. I thought we were going to be given a sheet paper of questions, like how to easily defeat a mimic Nightfallen. Answer, satisfy their libido until the shell breaks. Wait, is that how you do it? You just fuck him until they're finished? Anyways, yeah, I know my theoretical assignments, but I suck at physical ones. But surely I can withstand the test, right? You don't sound very confident, and that's a problem for me too. There's nothing to worry about. There's an average of 35% chance you will pass the exam if you're first year, and even greater for the others that are more familiar with it. Jesus, 35% chance? That's rough. Also, it's like, what was I gonna say? Kind of reminds me of my thermodynamics class. I got like a 30-something out of 100 on that test. The passing grade was like 23. I mean, yeah, humongous curve, but it was a hell of a test. Also, even though we're like most of the way through, let's check my face. That is not very assuring. Our academy cannot protect you from danger 24/7 when leaving the school grounds. Upon seeing the admission forms, you have agreed that your safety is your responsibility. The test will determine if you have the capability of protecting yourselves. If you fail, you must settle for a cushioned life in the city, letting the actual hunters do the work. Wait, cushioned life? Maybe it's not mean like, hey, all work is done by other things now. It's like, hey, you don't have to, go fight stuff. And remember, contrary to what you might be accustomed to, graduating here should be a privilege, not an entitlement. Now, with all that out of the way, click. Before this meeting ends, I'd like to congratulate the young prodigies we have scouted this year. Oh right, I forgot about them. I wonder who are the lucky ones. He points in the crowd at the muscular bunny girl after presenting her name, Rose. The crowd took me by surprise with the overwhelming noise from the cheers and claps. As for me, I'm clapping in awe at the headmaster's ability to pinpoint a student that he probably only saw in the pictures. The next one, a jet black panther looking very stoic, but friendly, Cole. Not a very unique name for a panther. Maybe it's a metaphor, Cole, after his dark heart? Dark heart. And last one, a floppy-eared dog named Alvy, very eccentric. Reminds me of a cat I met in a hole. But this one does not have any weird qualities I can point out. A normal guy. Those are the called prodigies, huh? And last but not least, 4? I thought they only pick a maximum of 3 each year. He points at me and shouts my name. Oh, I forgot I technically fell into the same category. This is embarrassing. Tartarus looks at me wide-eyed and claps faster and harder than he did for the others. This concludes our school meeting. Senior Shard members will now distribute the brochures and schedules. Have a nice rest of the day. And with those last words, he's out. He seems passionate about his new job, and also in a hurry to be elsewhere. I think with that bit of a scene change, it's a good time to call it. So we're Prodigy, and since he has that thing there, that must mean he's a so-so-wo-wo. But, out of all the guys, you look very so-so-wo-wo-y, So that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So, please comment, guys. I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it cool, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it cool. And please remember to spay near your animals and control the pet population. I wish I had abs like him. I mean, I have definition, but not that much. He must have, super definition to have it under his faux. Anyways, oh yeah, if you want to play this game, free on the channel. But if you want to support the people that make this game and to get the newest version earlier, Patreon, $5 a month. Actually, I think I need to go subscribe to that, because it's the newest part of the month, and, access and all that stuff, since I'm doing this game for werewolves. Anyways, until next time, another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shards. So thanks and see ya.